Well, I did say I would consider going the more exciting way in this playthrough, which is through the Dwarven Halls. Just the basic technique for crossing the animated forest, if you wanted to, would be this. You would use two shields, go into coward mode, and try to find your way through the entire room all the way up to the top left. It would be excellent if you were also invisible. This route would be excessively safe for me, thanks to my PV value of 33. It would be less safe if you had very little armor and HP. But it still is, on the whole, safer than Dwarven Halls. But in the interest of providing some excitement to my dear, very dear viewers, I'm going to check the Dwarven Hall route again. But not to a point of stupidity, I will run as soon as I see anything remotely dangerous. Let's start with Dwarven Halls 1. This is the less dangerous Dwarven Halls level. And less dangerous only means that the monsters that can really kick your ass might be somewhat rarer around here. And the great thing about Dwarven Halls can be that you can luck out like this and get through really fast. On the other hand, I'm only halfway through because the Dwarven Halls also consists of 2 levels. And here's the second, and here is a Revenant. A Revenant is also already a relatively hard monster to deal with. In this case, I'm going to switch to my Blessed Hatchet of Penetration rather than the Sword of Sharpness, mostly because I don't know if the Sword of Sharpness is blessed. And against undead monsters, you want blessed weapons because they do more damage. I should be able to kill the Revenant, but you shouldn't take this kind of foe lightly because Revenants can be excessively dangerous. As you can see, it's hard to get the damage to stick because the Revenant regenerates all the time. It might even be prudent to switch to a higher mode of attack. And looks like this Revenant is pretty dangerous. But I got rid of it. And yeah, that's what you can expect from Dwarven Halls. Only more so. This was the less dangerous kind of monster in the Dwarven Halls, and you can already see that this one was a bit more of a challenge to a barbarian than the others you've seen. I'm considering whether I should spend one of my castings of Magic Map to get an idea of how the level is built. On the other hand, there is only a little chance that I will be able to see the down staircases that way, and think it's better if I explore the level, but carefully. I might actually drink one of my potions of cure poison. I only have 1 potion of cure poison, but I do have Aurania antidotes. But only 2. 3. Sit out the poison or eat an antidote. I'm going to eat an antidote. I could have sat out a poison, it wasn't really life-threatening. But you never know when you might need every single HP you have. And I'm sensing a certain tension. This can be really, really, really nasty in the Dwarven Halls. So I'm just going to read this scroll of monster detection to see what's happening. And looks like it's a mimic room. Well, it looks like a room full of items, but I sense the presence of monsters. This is a deserted shop, and I'm going to stay well clear of it. Unfortunately, it might be that the deserted shop also contains the down staircases. There's some advantage connected to this because that room is full of monsters. Monster generation in the rest of the room, in the rest of the level, just like you've seen in the big room, is going to be really, really low. So as long as I stay clear of the deserted shop, that room there, I should be safe. If I don't find the stairs and I have to conclude it's in that room, I'm going to turn around and take the long way through the animated forest. That's the plan. Also, there is a black dragon of some kind in that upper level, and it is not a baby dragon because they are light gray. So it's at least a regular dragon. It might be an ancient black dragon, and those are pretty dangerous, so I'm going to stay clear of that one, that guy as well. Now let's hope I can find the staircases somewhere over here. Let's not go up there, and there are the down staircases. That up there is the mimic room, and those are down staircases. I'm now done with the quest. Excellent. Now I can have two choices. I can turn around right away and cash in the quest, or I can finish exploring this level. And there's something remarkable about D16, by the way. In D16 you will find one NPC who is going to be quite important to the main plot, because he tells you what it is you're supposed to do in this game, actually. The only hints you've had are in the manual, if you care to read it. You should, actually. It's an excellent manual. Really loads of information in it. And it tells you some stuff about how chaos is spreading to the land, and the source is in here. It's actually, the source of chaos is at the bottom of this dungeon, and it doesn't tell you exactly how to fight it. That exposition will happen in this level with that NPC, which you're going to meet very, very soon. I don't think I'm going to talk to him right now, because there is still a chance I will be able to save him. But if I talk to him, I can't. So first I'm going to locate him. First get rid of all these worms. I could start filling up the level, and that would be bad. Worms. See? In the midst of all these chaos servants, there is a guy. Let's get rid of the chaos servants first. Now, there's something peculiar about that guy. This is Calavaster, the Dying Sage. And if you type more, you can have him described to you. A wizened old man, long grey beard, armed against the dangers of chaos with only his magic and the clothes on his back. Still he has the look of one who has seen and survived much during his time in the caverns. With shaking hands and rattling breath, he also has the look of one who tragically will not survive much longer. Which is a total lie, because as long as you don't talk to him, he will survive indefinitely. Well, as long as you don't talk to him and also don't get him killed in a fire blast or something. But you can have him wait here forever and spend all that time looking for the item that can save his life. There's only one item that can do it. Potions of healing or something like that won't help this guy anymore. What you need is an amulet of life saving. I don't have one. I can say that with certainty, because I know what they can look like. They're steel amulets, or iron amulets, or platinum amulets, and I think they can be golden amulets, but I'm not sure about that. Mostly they're steel amulets, and I don't have one, but I might be able to find one. That's why I'm not going to talk to this guy yet. I'm not going to spend oodles of time looking for that item. Oh, that's unfortunate. How many of these guys are there? I already killed one vortex. I don't want to kill another. Well, I didn't exactly kill it, but like have it commit suicide on me. That stupid fucking dolt of a vortex. And the other vortex is a lightning vortex, which is not good. Do I have shock resistance? No. Well, let's give him some acid. That didn't work. I should really stop having these vortices explode on me, actually. I can patch the HP damage up, I guess, by eating some of these pepper petals. And who are you? You're a rattling warlord. I don't like you. Go away. Huh, this guy's dangerous. I'm going to use acid on him. I shouldn't get so complacent. I've been getting complacent, which is a terrible thing to do in ADOM. Where are my other pepper petals? There are some more. And I guess that's enough HP for now. do regenerate pretty quickly. Lesser daemons are somewhat more dangerous than least daemons, but they're still relatively easy to kill. And there's a giant slug up there. I have black gauntlets and a ring of acid resistance, so I should be fine. And I'm really hoping it drops a corpse, but it's probably unlikely. I can increase the chance, though, if I use that 1 hour of hunting that I have. Come on, die to the 1 hour of hunting. No? I might be able to pick it up again. Huh. So much for the hour of hunting. Nope, no corpse. Which is a shame. The corpse of a giant slug, if you can get your grubby mitts on one, probably tastes really horrid, but also makes you forever immune to anything acid, to all acid attacks in the game, including the ones used by ancient black dragons or stuff like that. So it's really one of the great corpsey jackpots you can find, you can have, you can obtain. Okay, I'm going to go back to Dwarf Town and cash in the quest. And just to show you the other side of the animated forest, right here. And for educational purposes, I'm going to actually take the way back through the animated forest to really show you what it's about. You don't have to worry about any monsters, and you don't even have to worry about the trees that much. There are some, only a very small amount of these trees will be hostile, and you should be able to get past them just by continuing on your way east. Every time I don't have a square closer to the stairs to move to, I usually hit 5 and wait for the trees to make room. It gets progressively harder because I think the animated forest gets even denser over time, but it usually isn't that much trouble if you have enough patience to find a way on the other side. There's one thing you should avoid, and that is attacking the trees. You don't get a prompt, do you really want to attack this tree? You just do it. And then that tree is hostile even though it might not have been before you attacked it. And if you do that enough of times, you will eventually get stuck. But if you use 2 shields, like I do, when you try to attack something with 2 shields, this happens. You should wield a weapon. So that's a way to make sure that you don't mistype and hit a tree and make it hostile to you. As you can see, there are some trees that are trying to hit me, but every time I manage to move a couple of squares, they usually lose track of, usually get left behind. And thanks to my excessive armor, also thanks to the fact that I'm wearing 2 shields and completely forgetting about offense, I actually made it through the room in relatively good fashion. I think I actually regenerated HP. Then you take usually take 8 trees with you once you leave, and because I get really annoyed at having to do it like that, I usually kill all the trees that came with me. With fire. Actually, no. Never kill trees with fire. At least you can kill trees with fire in here, but never kill trees with fire while you're in the forest, because that is what pisses off all the trees. And once all the trees are pissed off, you have a hell of a fight ahead of you. Well, it's great that the log is there, but I don't need it, because I have neither flattery nor bridge building. But this is one way to get logs without actually having to fell trees. Well, you did fell trees, but these trees were mobile and you did it with a weapon. You didn't have to do it with a hatchet in the forest. Anyway, let's go back to Dwarf Town right quick and cash in a quest reward. And after that, I will go to the place where that quest reward is most useful, which is one of the special dungeons in the game. So that should be exciting. Though I should call it a video at some point before that. Let's eat some of these delicious rats. I'm firmly in the phase of the game I usually call the mid game. Actually, the mid game stops being the mid game and becomes the end game at the point where I will enter the Tower of Eternal Flames. That's usually, once you've done that place, you're firmly in the late game. Right now I'm in the mid game and I'm in the process of preparing, essentially, for the Tower of Eternal Flames. I'm doing all the quests I can, I'm visiting all the places I can, I'm trying to get as powerful as I can, and then I'm going to do the Tower of Eternal Flames, which is, for the place it is in the game, the hardest place in the entire game. And I now obtained this wonderful wand. I think I'm going to have him give me the next quest, actually. You need to vanquish the Ogre tribe, adjacent to the Dwarven city. Return to me when you have succeeded. Yeah, I might do that next, actually. It's a relatively painless side quest, and it's right here, so I don't have to go far to do it. But I think it's time to call it a day for now.